Good morning, guys. Welcome to Fishful Thinker. I'm Chad LaChance. That's Troy Coburn. This is Spinney Mountain Reservoir. And if you're a fan of this show, you'll recognize all of the above. Troy's been on the show with us a whole bunch of times in the past. We've bass fished together 20 years ago.
Yep.
Now we're trout fishing. We've done probably, what, half a dozen or more shows together.
Sure.
Brought him to
half a dozen. I think it's more like a dozen.
Yeah, it probably is. And we brought him to a place he hasn't fished very much ever here at Spinney Mountain Reservoir. I've fished here a grand total of maybe 4 or 5 times in the last 10 years. Brought him up here. It's October. We're going to target the rainbows and the cut bows and the browns, so we might even catch a pike or two. Might get the fly rod out.
Yeah,
might do some jerk bait, and we'll see what happens, guys. So stay tuned. It's one of our favorite places to fish. This should be a fun show.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter, Peterson Toyota, Fort Collins, Colorado, Berkeley, catch more fish, Abu Garcia, for life, Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time, Evinrude, spend more time on the water, Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate.
Ooh, that felt funny. Ooh, that felt funny.
You're hitting those little weed clumps that are out there.
No, that was on a pause, twice in a row. There
Well,
he is.
There he is. There you go. First throw. I told you had the right bait.
Wow.
I told you. Welcome to Spinney. Guys, I want to point out that is the first cast. And that is the first. I got him, bud. I got him right here. I got you. That's a nice one. No hurry on him. Just let him burn out for a minute. He's good. That's a good looking fish. Let me just bring him up in the boat for
First
you, Mr.
cast.
Troy Coburn. How about
First
that? How do you like my jerkbait now, Mr. Coburn? I want to point out on camera, Troy always catches more fish than me, but I had to talk him into throwing this bait right here. Oh, I don't know, that's not a color I like. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the right color. Now he's holding a 6, 7 pounder, 8 pounder right off the bat.
That's
all right,
a big
deal with him, bro.
Look at that.
That will make a good start. That is a really good way to start your trip to spring. Oh man, go ahead. You can put him back, bud. That's a gorgeous fish. And
Woo!
there it is, still tangled in the net. We hadn't even got it out. That's the little cutter. That, guys, last time we were here was 3 years ago. They wouldn't leave that bait alone. Got here, made 1 cast. So how hard were you nursing that thing?
Tap, tap, pause, 3-second pause. And that fish hit it 2 times.
Yeah,
before I got a hook in him.
If you watched the show last time I was here with Ronnie, that was the deal on a bunch of them. They'd keep bumping it and I'd be like, oh, there's one right there, got him.
Nice.
Yep, that's my first cast, guys. I want to point that out. That is my first cast here, and Troy still hadn't. I want to look down right there at camera. You can see that he still hadn't got that other jerkbait out of the net, and this is a hog, dude. He's staying down too. I think it's a big one. I'm not totally sure, but we have now made 2 casts. Look at that's a big old pike, dude. Oh no. Oh no, that's a big pike.
Jerkbait staying in that net for a minute.
Oh dude, that's a big old pike.
That's a big pike.
And he freaking sloshed that jerkbait. Look at that thing, dude. Oh, buddy, easy, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Get some, get some. You want to know why we come to Spinney? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. All right, he's probably had it. Oh,
barely fit in there.
Okay, I'll hold that thing real tight. I'm just gonna keep the line real tight. We have made 2 casts.
2 casts.
He made 1 cast, and I made 1 cast. If you look at the net, both jerkbaits are stuck in the net because we're making good headway, guys. And that's a big old spinny pike right off the bat. We use the jerkbait as a search tool to get our day started. You can usually find some fish with it in a hurry, and we proved that already. So, you know, you can always catch a few fish on a jig or a lipless crankbait or obviously a fly rod as well, but day in and day out, you start throwing a jerkbait around these shallow weed beds, you're gonna catch some fish, and we'll see what happens here. Now, have you ever been here in October?
I have never.
Neither have I.
It's always been spring and summer. And like I said, I've only been here on a boat probably twice since I've lived in Colorado. It's always been fishing from shore or fishing the inlet in the spring when the rainbows are running, stuff like that. But
we've got completely different colors and different depth ranges of jerkbaits going.
And we've caught fish on both.
And we've caught fish on both. So they're both the same size. They're both Cutter 90s. He's got a shallow one, I've got a deep one. And his is the perch color. That, ironically, we tested that bait as a pre-production bait in this lake.
Oh, did you really?
Yep.
There you go.
And it worked.
And it still does. So on this cutter, I'm familiar with a lot of other jerk baits. This is actually the first time I've ever thrown a cutter.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
So tell me about the action on it. I mean, is it better to really pop it hard?
No, it works. It'll turn really good. It's all about the slack, typical. I use only the weight of the rod, and it'll turn really easily without a whole lot of heavy work on the lure.
Okay, so you don't have to bang it.
Nope, you don't. And not with the braided line and the extra fast rod you're throwing, you'll have no problem getting that bait to turn how you need. So
good to know.
Yeah, it's an easy bait to fish.
Because some of the old school jerk baits, you know, before they got really popular and everybody started making them.
Right.
You know, the first ones that were on the market that I was using in the early and mid 80s.
Yeah.
You had to really pound them.
Well, and the rods weren't as crispy there.
That's true.
And there was that when I was first learning to fish.
There he is.
Did you get him?
Yep.
There we go. I think you're up to forecast.
Oh, geez, that's a tank. That's a tank.
How do you like spinning? Oh, that is a big one. That's a big one. I'm gonna lock the boat down on the trolling motor right here.
Wow.
Gentle.
All right, so, wow, rip and drag.
Yeah, did he come off?
No,
no, he's on there.
No, I thought he came off. He just ran right at the boat.
Yeah, and you may need to adjust that drag. I did not check that drag. Choice fishing with my equipment, and I did not check that drag.
Wow, that's a strong fish.
Yeah, all these fish in these lakes, dude.
Okay.
You like that,
Still
don't you?
pretty green.
Yeah, no, I'm in no hurry. You see, I'm not reaching for him. I'd let him run for a minute. Especially as cold as the water is now, guys. These fish are very durable.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are. Hold the line tight. I got him. Hold the line real tight.
Got it.
Okay, there you go.
Nice fish.
All right, guys, so as always, we want to get a quick still photo of this fish. So we put him in the net, hold him in the water, get the other camera ready, do all of that so the fish is not out of the water. And if you see, he's kicking like mad in the net right now. He's ready to go. So I think I'll just lower the net. Troy, what do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
We got plenty of footage out of here, and he wants to go, so I don't see any point in handling him any more than that. We'll just let him go about his business.
Nice.
How about them apples,
How
Mr.
about them
Coburn?
apples?
So I want to point out he's now made 4 casts and caught two giant trout on my fancy jerkbait and borrowed tackle. I think we're off to a good start, right? He never got to hear the end of not liking that jerkbait.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Peterson Toyota, Fort Collins, Colorado. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Evinrude, spend more time on the water.
I've never thrown one of these, and I'm really impressed with how it darts. I mean, that's incredible, dude. One little snap of the wrist, and the thing goes 3 feet to this side.
Yep.
And then a snap of the wrist, and it goes 2 feet back to this side.
Dan Spangler, that's for you. Mr. Dan Spangler, that's the lure designer at
Really?
Berkeley. Yep, he's a buddy of ours. And that dude loves to fish jerkbaits. And this particular jerkbait, he fishes them same as us on braid and spinning rod, which is less common. But they're available in the shallow and the deep, and I have the deep one and he has the shallow one. So we'll keep track of that. Mine only got bit by pike so far.
Look at that thing dart, dude.
I know, dude. And if you watch you'll see him come right up to that thing and look at it and then just dook and just kiss it.
You know, that's another thing, especially this time of year when these fish are super aggressive, is the boat doesn't deter them necessarily.
No, not at all, dude. These fish will swim right up to the boat.
Don't reel it halfway back to the boat and just give up on the cast. A lot of times, especially if you're watching the bait, you will watch fish come in behind it and suck it right at the boat.
Yep.
Now just inhale that thing.
Here, I'm gonna turn your angle, throw a parallel one down this weed line right here. These are 6/8 medium extra fast.
Okay. I like the old school cardinal red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
My first reel I ever bought was an Abu Garcia.
Oh, wow!
No, he just.
My gosh,
What?
dude. Are you kidding me?
Right, I was watching it. What was I just talking about? I was looking at the
Who cares what
jerkbait.
you were talking about?
I was watching that jerkbait come in and watched him just roll right up on it.
Depth range, depth range, depth range. My jerkbait's running 2.5 feet or more deeper than his, and that's his third bite. You deal with him. Yeah, you got a rodeo going on there, bro. No hurry. These fish are strong. I think it's time to put the shallow one on for me, though.
I think so. And you're not getting this one.
But I don't like that color.
You're gonna hear that all day.
Dude, that's the biggest one yet, too.
Oh, wow, he's strong.
Oh my gosh, how's that going for you, Troy? You sure you don't want to start on this area?
Bow to the fish.
That's right, dude. That's the thing a lot of people do wrong. When the fish pulls, you got to give.
Oh yeah.
I'd let him go another time or two. Holy crap, buddy. Welcome to South Park.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Yeah, he's good. I'm not worried about that fish coming unpinned.
No, he looks like he had it crossed.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got the front treble in the jaw. He's good.
Okay.
That's a beautiful fish.
Boy, he's skied. Okay, here he comes. He's good.
Yeah,
here he comes. Here he comes. Here he
I
comes.
got him right there. Hold him tight.
Yep.
Hold it tight. All right, there you go, bud. That's a horse right there. Look at that thing.
Christmas.
Look at that thing, camera guy. Here, let the camera guy. Look at that. Look at that. Look in that net, dude. That is a hog of a rainbow, guys.
Oh my goodness.
But there is a key thing to point out right here. Depth range, we didn't know. So he put a shallow one and a deep one on.
Right.
Because I'm a gracious guest, I did some of that guide stuff and told him to put the shallow one on. And he told me what he was thinking. I said, put the shallow one on. He did. I will be now putting a shallow one on. I'll put a different color on to mix it up, but I'm not, you don't fight it. The depth range is the most important thing when it comes to especially a jerkbait, because when it pauses, it needs to be at the right depth in the water column.
Right.
How about, look at the color. Look how green this fish is on the back. That is a beautiful fish, Mr. Coburn.
Yes,
that
sir.
is a beautiful fish.
Let's let her fly.
All right, there you go.
There you go. Really shot?
Yeah, however you want to do it, bud. That fish is perfectly healthy. So now, I think Troy's 3 fish for, I don't know, maybe
10
18
casts.
pounds.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate. Abu Garcia for life.
There's weed beds on both sides, and it's just, that's what you look for. Now, generally I look for the greenest weeds in the lake. These weeds are still green, and you can see them when the boat floats up to them, they're still green.
Another thing to keep in mind is this time of year, a lot of the weeds are starting to
Starting to
die off.
die, yeah.
And so there is a tremendous amount of bug life, small bait fish, crawfish and stuff like that use those weeds all summer long to hide in. And when it starts dying off, it leaves a lot of that bait becomes very vulnerable to these trout. They just cruise that edge, that weed line, and it becomes very easy for them to pick off food.
Oh yeah, and also when the water
cover's
drops
dying
like
off.
this, you can see those edges are more defined. Those weed edges are real defined. Oh, there's one right here, Tim. Nice. There we go, right at the boat. He just smashed it right at the boat. Sitting dead still, he pulled off. Woo!
That's a short line fish
Yeah,
there.
he did. He smashed it right at the boat right here. Holy crap, dude. I didn't get much of a hook set because he was so close. I was afraid to pull on him hard. And then the bait was completely paused and then just yanked on it. And so I didn't pull on him enough probably right there. Holy crap, dude. Oh man, if people want to know why I fish jerkbaits for trout, this is why. Because The thing about trout and jerkbaits, trout are extremely excitable fish. We talk about this every time. They're so excitable that it doesn't really even matter what they're eating. It's not a food source thing. It's like they just get giddy. It's like a raccoon with something shiny, you know, or a crow. They just love to attack stuff. And that's what makes them fun to throw a jerkbait, because it seems like nothing really provokes trout quite like a jerkbait does as far as really getting them mad, you know? And you can do all kinds of ways to catch trout, don't get me wrong, but jerkbait's a really fun way to do it.
And when it comes to this still water, middle of the day, high sun stuff, oh, look at that boy, look at it, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes.
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, dude.
He's still on it.
He's still there. Yeah, he's still there.
He's still on it.
Don't move the boat. Oh, bud.
He's off.
Oh,
my gosh.
Bud. Oh, bud. Oh, big fish right here. Right here. Just chased my lipless bait up. Did not bite it. Chased it all the way to the boat. As soon as I saw him, and he turned away. Big one right there.
You want to pitch in there?
Go for it, yeah. He's not going to come back for a lipless bait. I think he'd ate a jerkbait. Nice one, dude. That was a real nice one. See, they are still here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we wore them out. I think it just changed. I think it's just, when it slicked off, dude, I think that changed everything.
Yeah. He's coming out from you, isn't he? Or is he on it? Oh my God.
Oh, he hammered it.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that? I need a jig out, bro.
He freaking hammered it,
I need a jig out. We need to stay here for a second, and I need to get a jig out, because first of all, it looks like fun. Second of all, it's the only thing that. So let me try this thing as a twitch bait.
I saw his mouth open on that one. Big old white mouth.
Hang on a sec. I'm gonna. Got him. No. On the floating bait. That's the brand new floating bait.
Okay, for the record.
Oh, it came off. Oh, gosh. How did he come off?
I'm about to dog you back.
I want to point out, guys, this is a pre-production bait that you can't even buy yet. I'm testing, and it's got non-production hooks on it. If you see, it's got the old school hooks instead of the good Fusion 19s, and it paid.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Berkeley. Catch more fish. Abu Garcia for life. Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter.
Now, Troy, of all the conditions you like to catch trout in, high bright sun, glass calm, where does that rank?
Pretty darn low on the list.
Exactly.
It's pleasant to fish in that weather. It's not good catching weather, that's for sure. The best days I've had on the water are blustery, late fall, a little bit of snow in the forecast, cloud cover.
Cloud cover. I like cloud cover, and I don't even need the blustery so much as I need the heavy low skies.
Yeah.
You know, low pressure, low skies, bunch of moisture in the clouds.
Yep.
Then I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it's a trout. It's a nice looking trout. It's a good looking trout. All right, guys, we got another one on the tube jig. This time, and it's an unscented, it is a brown. This, guys, is be one of the first brown trout I've caught in this lake. It's the first one I've ever caught casting. And yeah, let's bring him up here and I'll slack him out. And look at this, guys. We kind of thought we'd catch a few of these, and we didn't. And got him on the Fantasista. These are not something I've caught many of, guys. There you go. And that's a good looking little brown right there. Looks like a hen. And first one of these I've ever caught casting here at Spinney. Not that we do a lot of it. We're gonna go ahead and put her back right here. Watch this. Check you later. Did you get him? Got him, all right. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. Fishing got tough on us, not gonna lie to you guys. Fishing got tough. And so we moved to a whole new area of the lake that I've never been to. Yeah, he's a little guy too, but that's okay.
Looks like he's been eaten by a pike too.
Yeah, he's got a small issue he needs to work out. And we got, so basically guys, just so you understand what's going on with this, there's a very, very weak drop off that's out here in the middle of this bay. And if you look around, it's an otherwise totally flat bay. And there's a very weak drop off. And we decided, well, we'll get out in the middle of this bay and see what happens. And I had one chase a bait, a hard bait that I was on a full speed wind. And so we slowed down, started fishing. Troy threw the jig. And there you have it, guys.
I'm bringing him. Here he
Yep,
comes.
and he's in the net right there, Mr. Coburn, coming through, saving the day. I told you this guy always catches more fish than me. All right, guys, kept him in the water, get him unhooked. Troy's got his hands wet. All those things you do to be nice to trout, even ones that have been attacked by pike already. And on that note, beautiful fish, Coburn.
Yeah.
Nice job carrying the show again today. He does that every time we go. Usually it's with suckers, but whatever.
Oh, there we go.
Go ahead, you can put him back. That's a beautiful fish. We got our fun with him, and there he goes, headed for deep water. So guys, there you have it. We wanted to come up here to South Park, bring Troy with us, and have us a good time. We did a mix, just like we said. I want to point out, we said on the phone, we're gonna jerkbait him and jig him.
Right.
We got bit on a few other things, but the jerkbait and the jig did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
by
those
far.
were the heroes of the day, definitely.
There you go, and had a great time. You'll come back with us on another show, I'm sure.
Maybe.
I didn't even have to ask him this time. We've been fishing together for so long, I didn't have to ask. I know what he's going to say. Yes, he'll do it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
Also, this show is dedicated to Grateful Dave Maloney. Look it up if you have questions about that. But if you guys want to join the conversation on social media, we'd appreciate that. It's at Fishful Thinker across all platforms, and maybe you'll see Troy there as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Time now for today's best catch, brought to you by Berkeley.
There's one right there. Got him.
Nice.
Yep. That's my first cast, guys. I want to point that out. We have made
Nice.
2 casts.
2 casts.
He made 1 cast, and I made 1 cast. If you look at the net, both jerkbaits are stuck in the net because we're making good headway, guys.
Berkeley, catch more fish.
Camera guy Tim, give us a smile. You guys always want to know, do we let Tim fish? Well, yes, we let Tim fish. All right, he's, oh,
Nice save.
nice. Mr.
Nice
Farnsworth, nicely done, bro.
Tense up.
There you go. That's a nice boba. That's a cut boba. It is a cut bow. Whoop. In the net. He's 2 for 2. You can go ahead and let the net go and get him out of there. All right, there you go. One more, guys. That's a pretty big bow. There he goes.